You're on.
With a moment. With a moment. Stop?
I thought you heard me. I said you're on.
Oh, you said we started.
I know you were.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in Conga Square.
In Conga Square.
This is one of my favorite occupations, and when I'm not trying to write books, I'm trying to play the conga. So I think I'm trying to achieve success on several different fronts at the same time. Anyway, the conga drum is part of who we are, and it's a pleasure to be able to sit here this afternoon in the middle of Black History Month, which lasts for 12 months of the year. For us, we know that. It's a pleasure to be able to sit here and go into chapter 9 of the Ghetto Sketches, which I think is very apropos for Conga Square, for Black History Month, and so forth and so on.
You have enough room?
Plenty of room for everything. Oh, we get a chance to see you in the program. This is more than her hand. She's more than her hand. She's a lip. She's an ear. She's an eye. She's a great person. Put your clothes back on.
I have my clothes on. Happy anniversary.
Happy Valentine's Day and anniversary. This is our anniversary and Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So we can't miss, no matter which way we turn.
There we go.
So that's why all the joking is going on. And having said that, without further ado, let's get into chapter 9. Chapter 9.
Of Ghetto Sketches 2021.
That's right.
Yes.
How did you know? From the cover of the book?
The cover of the book. Yes, indeed. I try to stay on top of things. Tony by...
Who are you anyway? Your name is Zola Salena-Hawkins.
I am your wife, your friend, your lover, etc.
It is. It is Valentine's Day. I'm being reminded of all kinds of things.
Forever in the Day. Tony by Tony Gleason, and blurb on the back by Dr. Justin Gifford of the University of Nevada and Reno. We appreciate it all. Oh, and your website is www.OdieHawkins.com.
It says that right there.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Okay, chapter 9. The title of the chapter is Blue Veins. My throat dries up as I read, you know?
Yes, and I see you drinking from your Capoeira cup.
Well, when I drink from the Capoeira cup, Blue Veins. This is a tribute to Miles Davis, but also a recognition of a certain kind of era. And it's when we all were going to the Southern Hotel on 47th and Drexel in Chicago. And you could go on any given weekend and see, name it, Dizzy Gillespie, Miles Davis, Cannonball Adderley, Nancy Wilson, people who have been Ahmad Jamal, you could just
precious era. The
The admission price was not, I think it was $10 for a 2-drink minimum and maybe $5 to get in, something like that.
Wow.
And it was designed for people who love music and love the music. Coming from where I come from, I can remember bona fide registered pimps, registered,
Gotcha.
who would bring their ladies who were bona fide accredited ladies.
Street workers.
Well, you could call them whatever you want to call them.
Yes,
they had
okay.
names for themselves,
Yes.
like Lulu
Okay.
and Precious Money and
Gotcha.
Got More Sweets and
All
a whole bunch of
right.
other things. Julie the Toolie.
Just taking care of business.
Just taking care of business, baby. Just taking care of business. They might be at the Sutherland too.
Oh, nice.
So, having given credit to everybody, let's begin. Somewhere, Miles Davis is blowing a lovely old cut called Blue Haze. The sound of his horn is sharp and bell-like, but soft and deliberate as it snakes through the swarming streets, curling about the worn shoulders of ancient grandmothers carrying north side downtown shopping bags and gnarled fingers. Trails hip Zulu ladies, unnaturally beautiful in their glistening, oil-shaded faces with their flying nostrils and flanged behinds, and even seems to spur on the darting business of grimy little Afroid faces in slogan t-shirts who swoop bird-like in and out of the moving crowd. Maasai warriors plant themselves rhythmically in front of darkened cavernous stick halls, pool-cued spears resting easily in their manicured hands, as they fish and attempt to pull in the Zulu women, and now and then send one of the grimy faces off on a coded errand worth at least a quarter. Somewhere Miles Davis is blowing, and from another place Coltrane is too, and Lou Rawls, Aretha Ray, and Count, and always a Duke, and a slew of others, both old and avant-garde, are mingling themselves with the swarm of the streets unself-consciously, naturally. The music is secular and religious. It is soft and low in parts, or high and screeching, as mad and as sane as any day in the black ghetto can be. The euphoria of the black holiday, Saturday night, that refused to recognize the reality and of the Sunday that was equally guilty of, or innocent, is over now. And the needles, herbs, and bottles that held holiday dreams are now part of the existing everyday reality. The reality brings the snake of Miles's horn blowing through the crowd, fills the steamy avenues with the cry of the tortured, the yells and moans of the oppressed, and the silent screaming of the stomped down junkie. Somewhere, Miles Davis is blowing. Lena Daniels walked quickly past the small circle of men in the alley, glancing at the agonized faces on agonized looks on the faces of the two men in the center of the circle. Quindy, Johnny Fox, Chayo Mungu, Ojin Kasi, Charlie Tucker, and Abu have Bam and Baby June surrounded. Quindy stands in close to Baby June, presses a 45 into his belly. Please, Quindy, please, man, don't be this cold-blooded, man. Don't kill me, man. Please, I want to live. Please, man. Please. Baby June looks around pathetically at the group. Bam leans against him, nose dribbling blood, holding the side of his face. Quindy popped Baby June across the face with his pistol. Shut up, you jive-ass motherfucker. Be cool, Quindy. Johnny Fox cautioned Quindy. I think he broke his nose. God, I'm killing him, Quindy says between gritted teeth. Baby June sinks to his knees, holding his face, moaning with pain. Get off your knees, motherfucker. Stand up. Now either you or Bam is gonna tell me who the motherfucker is that's selling dope to my little brother, or else I'm gonna leave your worthless ass out here, right here in the alley. Please, Quinty, give me a break, brother. Baby June, please, give me a break, brother. I'm getting sick, please. Quinty pops him upside the head. Don't call me brother, you chicken shit son of a bitch. How the hell you gonna be anybody's brother, dope fiend? Bam pulls at Baby June's coat sleeve with trembling fingers. Go ahead, Baby June, go ahead, tell him. I can't tell, you tell. Johnny, Chayo. Quinty motions with his piece. Move aside, I'm gonna blow this motherfucker's head off. It's Sweet Peter D. Baby June blurts out, trying to wipe his bloody nose with his slow short sleeve. Don't kill us, man. It's Sweet Peter D. He's the one. He the one. Quinty pushes his piece down into his belt, and without signal, he and the others begin pounding Bam and Baby June with their fists and feet. These people are angry.
Yes, they are.
Black-eyed peas, ham hocks, cornbread, ale, and a sliced onion and tomato salad sprinkled liberally with vinegar graces the table of Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson Smith. Hot sauce on the side. My Uncle Thomas used to eat sliced onion and tomato sprinkled with vinegar. And he gave me some a couple of times.
Oh.
The first time, I thought I was going to go scream somewhere because I had never tasted anything like it. The second time, I thought, well, okay. So I told her, I said, listen here, Miss Burnhammer, you can fire me if you want to, but I'll be goddamn if I'm going to iron your uncle's shirts too. I just came straight out and told her, enough is enough. She got me cleaning the whole damn house, waxing the living room floor, fixing lunch for them spoiled ass kids. I ain't never seen no kid act sassy as these kids. I wouldn't have lived to be 10 if I had done one of the things they do every day, just one. My mom would have killed me dead. To give you an example, Timothy, the oldest, about 12, come walking across the floor yesterday, right after I just waxed, and had nerve enough to tell his mama, after I damn near whammed a new crack in his tail for stepping on my floor, Miss Burnhammer creeps up on me later on the day while I'm downstairs ironing and says to me, Mrs. Smith, we went through an earlier thing about that Lucy bet. Mrs. Smith, she said, oh, so politely, I can certainly appreciate your not wanting to have Timothy walk on your freshly waxed floor, but don't you think spanking him is a little severe? I mean, he's almost got to the point of being afraid to be anywhere near you.
That'll work.
Good, I told her, good. And I kept on pushing. That's how that jive about our Uncle Shirts came up. Come to think on it, they probably her little pimple-faced boyfriend Shirts anyway. Lucille, Fergie leans back picking his teeth. I got a thing here that I pick my teeth with. I told you 100 times, if them white folks start bugging you, quit. I don't need to be sitting here every night hearing you complain about the white folks. Ain't nobody but the two of us, so ain't no need to take no bullshit from nobody. I ain't complaining, baby. I'm just telling you what happened. You know I ain't gonna take no crap. I did that for the last time down home. I got some more peas in the pot if you want some, baby. No, I'm full as a tick now. It's a sign language, right? I'm full as a tick now. What's this I hear about them dope fiends getting busted the other day? I know you got all the latest from Big Mama and them. Lucille leaning on the table, excited by gossip. I didn't hear everything. Diane called me a few minutes after I got home and told me they all got taken away with about 15 pounds of that dope they're all shooting in their arms. Wait a minute. 15 pounds? That sounds like something you might say. 15 pounds? 15 pounds? Lucille frowns at the old man, belly laughing at the information just laid up. What's so funny? Fergus slows his laughter down to a little chuckling, content to keep the capitalist for his amusement to himself. Nothing, sweetness, nothing. I'm just feeling good, that's all.
So it's not pounds.
He stretches himself luxuriously. I just passed my probation period today, and that means I'll be in the union. And I got a permanent spot in the plant now.
Ah, nice.
Lucille pops a quick, lush kiss on his cheek. That's really good, Fergie, really good. Hardest job is to find these days. Yeah, I didn't think I'd make it. What would Milford keep us awake at night? I meant to ask you last night what you said to that fool. It just skipped my mind. What happened? Fergie adjusts his chin out aggressively, takes a deep breath. I saw him. Talked to him so bad, like he was a thief, that he broke down and cried. I guess you must have said something that made some kind of impression, come to think on it. Because we didn't hear him carrying on last night. I told him to stop making all that racket, that a whole lot of other things. Well, he said he was sorry, that he hadn't realized he was keeping other people awake and whatnot, that he wouldn't be doing anymore. That actually saved him, because I was just about ready to pounce on this skinny ass.
Oh my. Sounds like a fishtail to me. Go ahead.
Just about ready to pounce on him.
Sounds like a fishtail to me.
Just about ready to pounce on him. I like your touching of it. Good. Here, let me take your plate to the sink. I sure am glad to hear that. He was just about to drive me insane. Lucille Smith takes their place to the kitchen and bustles back to the front room where she and Fergie have been eating dinner. He pulls her down onto his lap. Ferguson Smith, whatever in the world is on your mind? Fergie hugs and kisses his wife slowly with feeling. Lucille asks him teasingly, I thought you were going to watch the boxing matches tonight. Not tonight, baby. Not tonight. I got to do the dishes, Fergie. Leave them. They ain't going nowhere. But you know how bad these roaches are. They'll overrun us if we don't stick them in the stove. You really do feel good, don't you? Fergie gently releases Lucille with a light brushing kiss on the mouth and walks slowly toward the bedroom, unbuttoning his shirt. I told you, stick him in the stove. They ain't all right. Lucille Smith, appraising the emotional scene, quickly places the dirty dishes in the stove. She prances into the bedroom where Fergus sits on the edge of the bed, unlacing his high-top working man shoes. Lucille moves past Fergie and goes into the small bathroom, motel style, off the bedroom, humming a quiet, sensuous little tune. Lucille, he calls to her in the toilet. Baby, didn't we have some of that rum left? Yeah, she answered, preoccupied with her own concerns. It's in the cabinet up under the sink behind the milk bottle. Fergus smiles at the bathroom door, pads to the kitchen in his stocking-clad feet, searches behind milk and pop bottles under the sink, and finally pulls out a half-fifth bottle full of Bacardi rum, dark. Lucille, you want some of this stuff straight, or some ice, or some Coca-Cola in it? Lucille answers a few seconds later, coyly. Just give me a 2-night bit of rum and a lot of Coca-Cola. Fergie is smiling his ass off, pulls a couple of water glasses from the cabinet above the kitchen sink, goes into the refrigerator for ice cubes and a Coke, and makes strong drinks for both of them. He surreptitiously takes a long, big swallow straight from the bottle before replacing it under the sink. Fergie passed back to the bedroom and found his wife propped up in bed, sexily done up in a sheer black necklace. Here, baby, let the good times roll. They clinked glasses and drank. Oh my God, Fergie, you must have put half that bottle in this glass. Come on, Lucille. You know I wouldn't do no such thing as that. He places his drink on the bedside table and sits down anxiously on the side of the bed to pull off his socks. Fergie? Yeah, baby. You need a shave. Fergie scruffles his hand across his beard, across his chin, feels his grizzled jaw. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to do before I climb under these covers with you. Fergie leans over to peck his wife on the mouth, takes his drink and walks a little unsteadily to the john. He hums a bit while shaving and drinking. Oh, Lucille clicks off the wall light and turns on a small, intimate bedroom lamp. Just before Fergie returns to the scene, a swallow's worth of rum in his glass, a bath towel swung around his waist. The bedroom is dim, softly lit. Late evening sounds filter up from the neighborhood below. Lucille, Fergie whispers, you want another one of these before I lay down? No, baby. I done had enough. Lucille murmurs. Fergie finds the bed in a half like they snuggle together under the covers, breathing hard. You know, I almost cut my chin in half, shaving. You did? Here, let me kiss it, might help. Lucille holds Fergie's head in her hands and tenderly kisses his chin. He holds her head in his large, rough, work-hardened hands and gently kisses her mouth, neck, and the hollow of her shoulders, and begins to nibble at her breasts, caresses her wide buttocks, snuggles up closer, begins to get off into their number. And then from beyond the wall, a strange, strangulated series of slithery sounds begins to slide through. They freeze for a few long seconds. God damn it, Fergie, I thought you told that crazy ass nigga to stop blowing all that. I did see him. I talked to him yesterday morning just before I went to work. Well, if you talk to him, it sure as hell didn't do too much good. What's he doing now? Blowing air bubbles? I'm telling you, Fergie, we're going to have to do something about him. You know, I go to work sometimes with that funny ass shit ringing in my ears. I had already complained to the landlord a half dozen times. Lucille sprawls over on her back, arms and legs crossed. Oh, come on, baby. I told you I spoke to him already. See, they ain't stopped. We wouldn't even be able to hear him if the damn wall wasn't so thin. You hear that? You hear that? There it goes again. We got to do something about him. I'm fed up listening to that crazy shit. What did he say when you told him to stop playing? What you mean, what did he say? Fergie, I bet you ain't said nothing to that fool. I told you I spoke to him, didn't I? I said, look at you, Milford. We all know you're a musician and all, but that don't give you the right to be keeping folks up all night, every night. You just go after pick a decent time of day to play the thing, or just don't play it at all. What did he say? He said he stopped. Does it sound like he stopped to you?
Mm-mm. No.
It sure as hell, I don't sound like to me. Oh, baby. Fergie nestles closer, nibbling at Lucille's evasive earlobes. Can't she forget about it? I can't forget about a goddamn thing.
Mm-mm.
She pushes him over to his side of the bed. Listen to all that off-the-wall crap. Besides, I'm kind of tired.
Mm-mm.
We got any more of that cotton stuff left? I guess I might have to plug up my ears in order to get some sleep. Oh, it ain't that bad. It's all that bad to me, she says, and ripped out from under the covers, goes into the toilet, returns stuffing cotton into her ears, her hair, harnessed now by an old-fashioned hairnet. Oh, shit, that's really bad. She abruptly settles herself down under the covers, gives Fergie a quick consolation peck on his freshly scraped cheek, and turns her matronly hips to him and within sleeps begins to weave. Snore. Fergie remains awake, listening to Milford and looking at the crack in the ceiling in disgust. Fergie stands in front of Milford's door, checks his watch, and raps hard on Milford's door about 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go away, I already got one. Go away, I don't want none. It's me, man, Fergie. The irritated quality in Milford's voice is cutting enough to make Fergie wince. What you want, Fergie? It's 7 motherfucking 30 and the... What the fuck you want this early morning? Go away. I'm trying to sleep. Open up a minute, Milford. Fergie manages in his best brasso voice. I got something to say to you. Milford untangles himself from his bedding, carefully treads his way across his bone-strewn room, and carefully and abruptly snatches his door open a few inches. Yeah, what is it? What's happening? So look here, Milford. I don't want to be waking you up every other morning, but Milford walks away from the door, motioning with the pom-pom on his ski cap head for Fergie to come in. He slouches down at his writing table, rubbing sleep from his eyes, yawning and scratching his balls.
Okay, got your picture.
Unscrews the cap from a half-gallon jug of red wine and pours himself a mason jar full of it.
7 in the morning. Okay.
Time ain't got nothing to do with this.
Got it.
You want some breakfast, man?
Not a jug of wine, thank you kindly. It's not grapes.
You want some? Let me say, I'm sure.
Yes.
No, Milford. I'm on my way to the yoke. Well, if you don't drink, no breakfast with me, Milford says graciously, you can at least join me in a toast. Fergie reluctantly accepts a half-filled mason jar of red wine. Milford holds his jar high, grandly. A toast to us, or rather a toast to you, brother, for helping to pull me out of a dark, heavy place the other morning. I sat down after you left, Dig. After you laid that heavy drama on me about getting my thing together. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I got it together, almost. Dig it? I reworked that whole first section of the piece. The second fell into place, and I'm halfway to the third part now. Fergie, his enthusiasm warmed by the wine. That's that's really beautiful, really beautiful. But well, don't get me wrong, Milford. Milford pops the jug over Fergie's glass with a refill, not needed yet. I can dig your music, but Lucille, my wife, you know, I've been fucking your thing up, huh, Fergie?
Mm-hmm. No shit.
Fergie, Zola, you get to be funny. Fergie looks down sheepishly at his half-empty glass, takes a bowstring swallow. All right, brother. I can dig where you're coming from. You know, sometimes you get so locked into one of them heavyweight things with your own, very own thing,
Mm-hmm.
that you sort of forget that other people got their things going on too.
Yep, we're on the planet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're on the same planet.
Okay. You still messing stuff up, other folks.
Hello.
Well, like I said, Milford, before you can play, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know what it is you're going through, trying to get it together now. I used to try to blow a little tenor sax myself years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Milford pouring more wine into Fergie's glass. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That was before I got married. They tell me I was pretty good too. Anyway, what I was going to suggest again is this. Why don't you practice in the afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
That would really be better for everybody. Fergie, I'm not jiving. I really would like to, man. I really would. But like I told you before, I just can't seem to be able to righteously get off until after the moon is out.
Oh, Lord.
But dig, tell you what. Abroad, I used to mess around with in Frisco, just shot in. And from the looks of things, we'll probably be shacking before the end of the month. It'll probably take that long for me to soar up. Well, I hope everything turns out right for you, Milford. I really do. Like I said, I know a little bit about that music bag. I used to blow a little bit of chip horn myself. Yeah, well, you know how it is, then. I'm going to get on my job and stay there till I take this thing somewhere. Can you dig it, Brother Ferg? Fergie stares at Milford's outstretched palm for a second, realizes why it's there, and then slaps it lightly, awkwardly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Right on. Well, take it easy, man. I got to run. Talk to you later. All right, good brother. Later on. Milford shows Fergie out with smiles and strokes of good fellowship on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Fergie hurries down the stairs, not quite as sober as the proverbial judge.
Mm-hmm.
Hits the bottom step of the front stoop, heading for the great BS.
Mm-hmm.
And almost bumps into Mr. Nolan, the building manager, going out of the door. Hey, Fergie, what's going on? Running late, huh? Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. Nolan, I thought you were going to send a plumber over to square my toilet away. I called Mr. Brownstein yesterday, and he told me he was sending a man out. Nobody come yet? Hell no, ain't nobody hell come. And damn near every time we flush the damn thing, it flows over. I'm sick and tired of sticking my hand down behind there to make the fucking thing work. Well, hey man, like I said, I told Mr. Brownstein, and he said, I don't hear all that bullshit. All I want is get my toilet flushing right. I'm fed up with stumbling around in my own doo-doo every time I flush the toilet. Okay, Fergie, I'll call him again. When? This morning. I'll call him this morning. Is that crazy horn play upstairs? Yeah, Fergie, Milford's upstairs. Be sure and tell that uncle to send somebody to fix my toilet if he wants his rent Me and my old lady is getting tired of stumbling around it. All right, Fergie, I told you I would, and I am. Luberta walks down the stairs and Nolan goes upstairs, Fergie glaring hatefully at his back. Mr. Smith, kind of chilly out here this morning, ain't it? Yeah, it sure is nippy. How's that scribbling going along? Okay. We've started. Ferguson checks his watch. Whoa, gotta run. See you later, Luberta. Okay, bye, Mr. Smith. Luberta smiles after him as he hurries off to the bus stop. The day before the eagle flies, a blind guitar player, dark-shaded, with a tin cup and a beautifully tuned tin guitar, and a little boy with 400-year-old eyes leading him, strolls the length of the street singing the blues, America's only Cante Mundo. Big Mama graciously plunks a few coins into the cup that the little boy holds out, and he wanders on, a lost, murky figure in a dim, cruel world. On the other side of the street, Mr. Chickens is doing his effervescent thing for the benefit of a few preschool-aged children and a clot of amused leftover grown-ups. Mr. Chickens, a tall, thin, goat-whiskered, Rastafarian-headed dude with obsidian eyes striped at the corners by ghetto squint lines, huddled in an overcoat that looks at first glance like an ancient Afang rug, but is in actual fact a heavy, once-tailored camel's hair, at least 50 years old, straight out of Hart, Schaffner, and Marx. He recites a monotonous line of sheer poetry as he puts 6 mangy, scroungy, toothless, dirty, funky chickens through their paces. 1 dime, 1 show, he calls out. 1 dime, 1 show. With a patient little baton, he helps 2 of the chickens onto a length of rope he has attached to a grill at the edge of the sidewalk. He pulls the rope taut, and suddenly the chickens are doing a walinda across the abyss of half a sidewalk as he clucks constantly to them with a secret stream of poultry love signals. 1 dime, 1 show. No dime, no show, he sings out in a rich monotone. He eases the chickens down from the high wire, squatting on his fractured heels as the chickens huddle around him, quick pecking at carefully placed bitlets of corn kernels. 1 dime, 1 show. 1 dime, 1 show. No dime, no show, he sings out periodically, totally involved with the ways of his chickens. One of the adults, attracted by the call, drops a dime on the ground. One of Mr. Chickens quickly waddled over to pick the dime up and bring it to Mr. Chickens. He takes the dime and gives the lucky chicken a couple more bits of seed, all done in a quick, smooth way. Make 'em dance, Mr. Chickens, one of the children calls to him. Yeah, make 'em dance. Just the females, one of the adults calls out. How you gonna tell the difference? A fellow adult asks. Mr. Chicken knows the difference. Mr. Chicken stares briefly, opaquely at the comedians around him, and then coolly, suavely, above their noddities, he taps his baton. Clucks to the chicken, and they assemble into an almost straight chorus line. The other 3 jump on his knees, and one, a bolder spirit, makes it to the top of his head as the chorus line shuffles a bit back and forth, while Mr. Chicken calmly clucks a Kwawanko rhythm to them. Do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do, do 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 do. The show lasts a red hot 2 minutes. 1 dime, 1 show. 1 dime, 1 show. No dime, no show. Another thin dime hits the pavement, and instant chicken scoops over to peck it up, This time for a show. Mr. Chickens has the other 3 chickens roll over on their backs simultaneously and scratch out at the air with their crusty talons.
Mm-hmm.
One dime, one show. No dime, no show. After a few more plaintive cries, Mr. Chickens gives up, moves on, clicking and clucking to his chickens. Who follow him in single file, satisfied that he has given the public one show for one dime, the cheapest show in town.
Mm-hmm.
One dime, one show. No dime, no show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the end of chapter 9.
Why, thank you very much, Mr. Hawkins. That was really nice. Totally appreciate that. Oh, wow.
You know what's interesting?
What's that?
To me, Mr. Chickens was a real man.
You tell me.
It's not an invented. This guy used to hang out on the south side. He had 8 or 9 chickens. I don't know how many it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he was chicken.
About what year was this?
50s.
Okay, in the 50s.
The
Okay.
50s into the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I was in high school, 53, 55.
So all the folks that were in Chicago during the 50s could have seen
I'm sure
Mr. Chickens.
somebody sent me a picture of him
Mm-hmm.
with the chicken up on his head.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be one chicken would, I guess that was the head chicken.
Well said. Thank you very much.
Who up on his head, and but when he got up there, he looked like some kind of ancient African, figure with an animal on his head, and he earned his money like that. He was grizzled and brave, but he wasn't begging.
No,
I think it was an animal psychologist because the chicken was well trained, and when he said,
well, for the chicken to go and pick up a dime off of the ground and go take it to
the
him.
reward was some corn peppers. They didn't look all grizzled and mangy. They were well kept. So he did what he did.
Well, I certainly enjoyed Ghetto Sketches 2021, which has statistics regarding those that have been killed by the police since George Floyd. But it's like an old story and a new story.
Okay, before we leave off, I'd like to have it clearly understood. One of the things I'm trying to do with the Ghetto Sketches 2021, after we have an accounting of only a few of the black men and women who've been shot by the police unjustly, I'm trying to say with these sketches that in the middle of all this mayhem, we've been able to always persevere and continue with our lives and appreciate our own culture, which is what the Ghetto Sketch was intended to do. I can, without making a long, drawn-out story of it, I can think of people saying to me when it first came out, I didn't think anything about Mr. Chickens. I mean, he was just like, but no, you couldn't go in the Lithuanian neighborhood and find a Mr. Chicken.
Okay.
Or the Estonian neighborhood.
Well, one thing I like about the stories are that it shows there's good and bad in this particular fishbowl, just like the good and bad cops.
What did you call it?
This particular fishbowl.
That's exactly what. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're good and bad cops, good and bad people, all across the board. But I've truly enjoyed the drumming. And so for those who like this YouTube video and are pan-chan of different videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. We'd appreciate you joining so that you are notified whenever we do new videos. We hope to make them interesting. And we will see you next time with either Capoeira to Tai Chi, various comments, political, and or Ghetto Sketches, Chapter 10. And itness.
Look at that, Alfred.
Fitness.
Look at that.
Okay. Andrea and Valentina and Susan and a host of present subscribers. Catherine, we appreciate you all. Bye for now.